Hi everyone, this is Ian Robertson from Full View Home Inspector Marketing. Today I'm going to show you the very basics of making a boosted post on Facebook. So most of you have probably made a post on your Facebook business page and you've probably seen Google say, hey, this ad is performing better than this percentage of other posts and you should boost it. So just because Facebook recommends that you should boost it doesn't mean you should. A couple of basics to keep in mind are, first of all, is the boost worth it? And second of all, who are you marketing to? So the first one is the boost worth it? So you might have a boosted post that is not really that great for you. So it might be an article from realtor.com that talks about the benefits of having a home inspection. That's great, and you're a home inspector, but who are you marketing to? People are going to read that article and not associate it with you. Now, if you want to boost a post as to, for instance, why hire us to do a pre-listing home inspection, and then it links to a blog post or one of your videos, then yeah, that's a great post to boost. Then you want to think about who your target audience is. So what we're going to do is we're using our Full View Home Inspector Marketing page just to do an example here. So an example of this would be, for instance, whenever you put your website in a post, just making a blank post, you're going to have a preview of things, of images that you can have as your post image. So here, we're going to take those out. You really only want to have one image for a boosted post for the most part, because you only get a brief moment to capture someone's attention. So, for instance, if you have an ebook, so if you use the Internashi ebook, First Time Homebuyer Tips, that would be a great one to have as a post for homebuyers. So here we have our marketing strategies ebook that we've written. And you can say something like, well, we're going to pretend that this is an ebook for first-time home buyers. First-time home buyer, then you need this critical information before you buy a home in. So we're going to pretend that we're in a city. Sometimes they put the word home buyer together and separate it. I like to separate that personally just because it looks a little more intuitive. So we're going to say, let's say Columbus, Ohio. So now you draw them to your homepage to go looking for this book. And it's for just a first-time home buyer. So again, pretending that this is the International ebook. So now you're going to boost the post. You can publish it, then boost it, or you can boost it before you publish it. So now you really want to target your ad. So you'll, after you post it, then you'll see the preview here. But I just want to show you exactly how to target your ad properly. So now, since we're targeting only people in Columbus, you can make an ad for a broad area and cover a wide range. So take off this whole United States and all of Canada. So Columbus, Ohio. And you can do something very specific like a radius of 25 miles. If you have a big service area, you can go 50 miles. Just really watch that map. Also, you can target just specific cities, like you can do Columbus, Ohio, and then if you have an ad over here in this area and this area, and you can have a different ad that mentions that specific area. People like things local, so mention the city that you're targeting. Then you also want to add your demographic. So your demographic would be likely to move. Because remember, you're not going to put a real estate agent in this one. This is a tips for home buyers, so you want to target home buyers. So likely to move is one. First time home buyer. Then you can also type in a couple of different things like interests in Zillow. So you don't want to click on Zillow Employer, but interest in Zillow. So you're going to capture some agents with that. As you see, these two up here are very specific, but the Zillow one, you're starting to venture into something a little bit more broad. So you're going to spend more and not get as much of your target audience that you want. So I'm actually not going to click on the Zillow thing because you're going to capture probably just as many agents as you would people who are searching Zillow to find a house. So this audience size, the 66,000 people, is good. So then you can boost the post. I'm going to cancel that. So now going back to our post, let's target somebody else with this now. So say you want to create brand recognition. So say you're new in the market and you want to just get your name out there. So agents. So this is just something I threw up there real quick. You want to try to go at the agent's angle of what they're looking for. Never type anything like, hey, we write soft reports, or anything that kind of remotely looks like that. Because you want to work with good, solid agents that care about their clients and want a good, thorough home inspector. So agents looking for a thorough home inspector with experience in same-day reports. Now, if you do same-day reports or on-site reports or whatever the agents in your area are looking for, make sure you market that. Then this has a couple of advantages. It brings them right to your website, and it also has your logo. We'll pretend this is your logo right up here. Now, when you boost this post, something that's probably going to happen is I have too many words in that picture, so they may actually make me change that picture. If you have too many words in an image, Facebook will actually stop your ad. So I can do a couple of things. If most of the people that like my page are real estate agents, then I can have them people who like my page, people who like your page and their friends. So agents tend to have a lot of other friends who are agents. So those are two avenues you can go to. If you don't have a lot of agents on your page yet, same thing. Kind of pick your area. So let's go back to Columbus, Ohio. Now we're going to do a broad range because let's say you have a big service area, 50 miles, right around Columbus, Ohio. Now you are going to do a couple of other things to try to capture real estate agents. So you're going to go after people who's interested in real estate. This can be a little bit broad, but it's okay. Real estate broker. Careful about just picking anything that says real estate in it, because there's investing clubs and mortgagers and all this other stuff. You want to get a little bit specific. Now, you also think about what agencies are in your area. So you can do, for instance, Coldwell Banker. You can do Keller Williams. So now you can even make your ad a little bit more. So 130,000 people, that's pretty good. You can do things that are very specific to specific agencies. So if you know a broker for Coldwell Banker and he says, you know what, all the home inspectors that we've had lately, they don't show up on time to their inspections. Make a note of that, go back to your office, and then make an ad for Coldwell Banker agents in their area, make sure it's nice and refined, and say, home inspector's not showing up on time, we show up 15 minutes on early on every inspection. Paying attention to little niches like that will really make an ad targeted. Broad range ads are very ineffective. So right below where we were before, after you set your audience, then you do your budget. So total budget of $5. That's what you're going to spend the entire time. I like to do a little bit more than that. 35. And then what we'll do is we'll go down here and we'll choose how many days. So one day at $35, it's not going to be a very effective campaign. 7 days, you're going to spend $5 per day. I'd rather spend $35 over 14 days than over 7 days. You feel like you're blitzing the market and everybody's going to see it and it's going to be awesome, when in fact it's really just going to get stressed and stretched in every which angle. If you spread it over a longer period of time, it tends to hit your target audience better and at more appropriate times, and you get better conversions. So spread it out over more days and you'll get a better return on interest on it. Unless you have something that's it's a time constraint. So say you have a special event coming up, or you're having some sort of like a real estate event and you're going to have a booth. you really want to time it so that that ad appears every day to every agent before you get to that event. So then you might want to limit if it's only 7 days away. But for the most part, spread it over a longer period of time. After that, you set the budget, and then off you go. And those are the basics of how to boost a post.